Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Everybody, welcome back into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. It is the season. I'm not talking about hurricane season. That's a bad season. I'm talking about the season of the fishing rodeo. And one of the better and bigger ones, longer running ones, happens starting Thursday down in Grand Isle. It's the Creole Classic Fishing Rodeo. Here to talk a little more about it, Jordy Chauvin and Doug McDermott. Man, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. 40 years, huh? Now, I think y'all ain't 40 years old.
Getting close, unfortunately.
almost there.
But one of the better tournaments around, right? And fishing's awesome, right? It's the best place in the world. But y'all do a little more than fishing down there, right?
Oh, we do a little bit of every stuff, I call it. A little bit of every stuff.
So let's talk about this rodeo. So it's going to be at the bridge side, y'all at the bridge side, and it's going to start on June 20th, which is Thursday at daylight, 6 a.m., right?
6 a.m.,
you can get it rolling, and then y'all start weighing fish on Friday and go to Saturday at 6 p.m. when you can weigh in the last fish. But look. 4 p.m.
Saturday,
Okay. Yeah, don't be out. Don't be trying.
Don't be late. Don't be late.
Don't be late. Don't be late.
Don't be late. But as we look at the schedule of events, it's so good. But let's talk about the fishing first. Why is this one of the better tournaments, and why do people like to fish in this tournament?
Well, for 40 years, we've been raising money for local charities, along Bayou Lafourche, even Bayou Terrebonne, home area, but also in the Grand Isle region as well. But we stay true to our roots of being family fun, family oriented, family friendly. Just come out, pass a good time.
Yeah.
And, listen to some good music, catch some fish. I mean, it's the world's best fishing you can get.
Right, and Bridgeside knows how to do it, right? They know how to host an event.
I call it.
They know how to host an event.
That's right.
So here are some of your sponsors, and it's going to be inshore and offshore categories.
Yes,
of course, we talked about the live entertainment. And the beneficiaries, I should say, not the sponsors. They'll be getting the money.
No, yeah, and that's what we really drive home with this event is really the fact that we want to give back to the local community. We've been very blessed to have, as you mentioned, some great sponsors to fund this event, but really why we do this event is to fund these local charities that really make an impact in the communities here in Lafourche Parish and Terrebonne Parish. Just want to mention those as they had them up on the screen. Jackie Bartell's Kid Conservation Fest. We have Lafourche Arc, Friends of Beyond the Bell, Virtual Academy of Lafourche Robotics team, and then the Fellowship of Christian Athletes Outdoors. And they have a really good mission in the community here, and we want to continue to be able to offer the proceeds of this tournament to these nonprofit organizations that we do select every year. So it's an open call for any nonprofits in the area to apply to become a beneficiary of each year. And and then we vote on them and select those beneficiaries every year.
Yeah, so over $100,000 over the last 5 years.
That's correct.
And you guys, that's through COVID and that's through a storm. So even when you couldn't fish, what did you guys do?
So in 2022, since we couldn't do Creole Classic Fishing Tournament in Grand Isle, we came up with an idea, hey, let's do a music fest. So that's when Creole Fest came about, and that was at the Thibodeau Municipal Auditorium. We had music, auction, cook-off, you name it. I mean, it was.
Well, it just shows you it's not just about fishing, right? It was about giving back. So y'all found a way to give something back.
Yeah, I mean, that was we brainstormed, we put our heads together, and one of the things that we knew how to do well was put together some great live music, put together some great auction items. The community really, even after Ida, came together. We had some great sponsors for that event, and we put it together. We didn't know what to expect, but folks came out, had a great time, and that was one of the the largest tournaments that we had, or events that we had, that raised funds for a single year. So it was a fantastic thing to see that we could do something a little different than fishing, but that's what we hang our hat on for 39 years.
No, it's awesome. And I had a couple of councilmen who were out here a little earlier, and they were saying it's great to see guys like you, the next generation, stepping up and starting to take these kind of responsibilities on. So yeah, I want to second that too. Let's talk about the people that do like to fish. Tell me about the fishing itself.
Basically, if it's in salt water, it's probably legal to enter it in our rodeo. I mean, we all know about the redfish rule coming out on the 20th. No bull red over 27 inches. So, but as far as that goes, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, we don't have a freshwater division anymore. But when this tournament first started in Leeville, they did. But you still had fresh water down there too.
Right.
It wasn't all salt. But I mean, grouper, tuna.
Yeah, I mean, we have categories for, I think, 12 different types of fish. We have both an adult division and a children's division. So as Jordy mentioned, with having the family aspect, we're going to give individual awards for adults and for kids. So definitely bring your children if they love to fish or they want to learn how to fish, as well as having, a team division where, whatever boat brings in the largest amount of fish and weight-wise, they're going to get an award as well. So we want to try to honor all these fisher folks that are coming out and participating, and really being able to reward them for their success.
How do you sign up?
So we have a website that anybody can go to, creoleclassicft.com or fishingtournament.com. We sell online tickets there, or if you plan on being, it looks like the weather's going to be fantastic this weekend. So if you plan on just making the trip down to Grand Isle, you can show up at Bridgeside Marina and purchase a ticket. You don't have to purchase one ahead of time. If you decide that you end up catching some fish and want to enter them to weigh in, you can buy some tickets at the Bridgeside Marina. Your ticket also includes food for both Friday and Saturday night. We're going to have a jambalaya Friday night and some fried shrimp on Saturday. On Saturday night as well. So we're going to be able to provide some food.
On the Saturday, we have a kids minnow races also. So that's something new that we're doing this year. So if there are any kids out there, hey, bring them down, put them in the minnow races. And on the Friday, we have our cornhole tournament. And I want to say that's 20 a person, 40 a team.
Yep.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
And plus all the fun and all that's free, right? You can come by even if you just vacation down there.
The music's free. You want a meal, get a ticket, and just come enjoy the night, the night and the weekend with us.
Awesome,
raise
guys.
some money.
Well, man, y'all have a great weekend. Appreciate y'all coming in. And again, thanks for that next generation of
sir.
picking up the torch.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. All right, we'll be right back, and we'll buy you time right after this.
Structural heart disease refers to a defect in the heart's valves, walls, or chambers that keeps the heart from pumping blood properly. Valve or structural heart problems may be present at birth or develop over time. Your risk increases if you have high blood pressure, plaque buildup, history of heart attack, take certain medications, or have certain heart infections. The Structural Heart Program at CIS and Terrebonne General provides innovative solutions and devices with the latest technology to bring the best possible outcomes for patients. Learn more at cardio.com.